Yeah, this little exclamation point tells you the choice you've already made, and these are choices you have not. So let's see. We can build the Sky Ripper, or we can find the temple. Let's go with Sky Ripper.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Reynardo could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
So yeah, we're going to start off building the Sky Ripper now. Now, there's still choices. I believe Lupino still shows up, even when you don't immediately go after him.
As he set foot on the island, Reynardo could not help but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lupino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Reynardo never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Yeah, maybe. I don't see why not. More chesties to open.
I
get more ore.
wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Reynardo.
I can't go any further. Should have had a mini-map. Sword crafting. Can I make the Firestorm sword?
This burning sword from the south was terrific for barbecuing sausages and ravens.
I got a fire sword. Got a fire sword. I'm part of the Fire Nation. The Fire Nation. It's the goggly eye.
Ha! Bet you never saw that coming.
Vision puns. I don't think he ever did actually see that coming. Because it's behind him and all that. Ah, fuck. Oh, okay. Didn't mean to do that. But it works.
The people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Sky Ripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the lost gods, thousands and thousands had died. But Reynardo had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one.
One skill point available.
He was more and more extraordinary.
I get to be faster. Okay, what are the tier 2? Shield hooking. Hooking a shield wielding enemy will rip away the shield, leaving him vulnerable. Dashing through enemies. Target enemy with dash to move through them and cause damage. Does not work with shield wielding enemies. True Sword Fu. Attack enemies at any distance. Auto activates when reaching a certain combo threshold. Attack reflexes. Slow down time after a successful attack until your next action. Tactical mode of combat like a true master. Grab damage. Impale your enemy on your sword when you grab them to cause damage. Stamina. This is locked because you need 2 out of 2. it's more increasing maximum health than the sword magic. What does this do? It doesn't do jack daily squat.
Ah, shall we dance? Come on, the lead raven.
I want to set these ravens on fire. They're not being set on fire. And your shield, buddy, is gone. Oh, I guess I have to hold down right trigger in order to do the fire part. Yep. What's over here? It's the chest. Open the chest. What's this? The truth behind the Sky Ripper is shrouded in a thick fog. The most believable tale is the transcendent Emperor has used the Sky Ripper to banish Iblis. Then the TE buried the weapon and vanished. Was it a self-imposed exile to rid the world of its last divine presence? Or was it the price to pay for using such a tremendous power? Could the Sky Ripper and Iblis have a deeper connection than just a weapon and its victim? My rituals will summon the Iblis stone. Perhaps I should worry that they will also cause the Sky Ripper to resurface. If that's the case, I should spare no resources to find it. A weapon that can banish a god is an invaluable bargaining chip should the old ones decide to double-cross me. It is in their nature to try. The gods are predictable, and I can rely on that to always be one step ahead. Emperor Isengrim III Secret Journal. I can't go any further.
And this is why heroes are called dashing, Renato thought. See? Dashing? Get it?
I do apologize about that. You don't have an eye to look on. That does not sound good, as that you don't have a leg to stand on.
These things really slice like ham.
The ham eyeballs. How did I get hit? Oh, you fell off, I guess. Bye.
Renato was remembering all his old tricks, and some new ones. Now, he really ought to ask for a raise.
No raise for you. Haha. What's over here? Well, I can open this. It's a fire door.
Ooh, what's there?
Poopy poop poop. What's this?
Oh, sweet! A gem. All he needed now was a workbench, and he could slot it into his gauntlet.
Elemental resistance. Gems are rare items to boost your capabilities. Find a workbench to use your new gem.
That had been his mistake before. Not trusting Zenobia's feelings for him. But how could he have known? After all these years of silence.
Are you reflecting on things, sir?
That wasn't so hard.
I don't know what wasn't so hard. Was it your penis? Because you have things for Zenobia? I think it was your penis. Alrighty. Let's just go ahead and max out health. I mean, I fucking keep dying, so.
There it was. Skyripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway.
The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
So we either go after Zenobia, or we go after the Skyripper. We've gotten the first part, so let's get the second part.
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
We're going to be building the Skyripper, pretty much, for this particular little story. The Skyripper. It rips skies, supposedly, and banishes old gods.
Doubt sunk in before he was even out of sight of the Farfarer. Why had he chosen the Skyripper? It was the sort of path he'd always avoided. The path of responsibility, of seriousness. Had he grown up? He didn't feel grown up. He'd made this decision from his gut, like he always did. Somehow, he'd impulsively decided to stop being impulsive. Did that make any sense?
He impulsively stopped being impulsive. No. No, that does not make sense. I'm sorry to tell you, Reynardo, but that does not make sense.